live. And I'm gonna go live over here. Oh, get my mic on. Okay, cool. So today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. So hello to everyone on Facebook and hi to everybody on Instagram. So we're going to be going live on both Instagram and Facebook. So today is Friday, leg day, for those that don't know on Instagram, I guess. I am Ako Baskin. I'm the Attitu project coordinator. So our overall program is called the Adducting, which basically means to see no obstacles. Attitu means to be independent and to jump over those obstacles. So when they arise. So today we're going to be working on our legs as it is Friday. So that's generally what we do. For Friday, we're going to be doing our abduction muscles and our adduction muscles. So the inner and outer thigh. So we're going to be doing a quick warm-up. So we're going to be doing 2 exercises for our adductors, 2 exercises for our abductors, and we're going to do that for the workout as well and the cool down. If you find that at any point the circuit involving the inner and outer thighs, which is going to be in the middle portion of this workout, is too difficult, then you are more than welcome to just do the warm-up as a circuit. So doing the warm-up 4 times over. So that would be really great. You know, if you have maybe some rehabilitation issues with the muscles, anything like that, be a really great beginner workout as well. So without getting too much into it, I just want to say a quick thank you to Sport Canada and Canadian Heritage for funding the Adducting program, which Attitu is a part of, like I have said. I wanted to say thank you to Paige and Brian from TIA, who are joining me on Facebook for the workout. So if you want to see all of us working out, jump on Facebook. Saturday, there's going to be a spooky reading by Paige for Halloween. So that should be really great too. Otherwise, let's get into this workout. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is some sumo squats. So just as I'm getting ready, I have some ankle weights, which I'm going to be using. If you want some, please let us know in the comments. And so ideally, when we get into the sumo squat, we're going to be doing a quick hold for 5 seconds. So just briefly setting up, and I'll jump into it. So you want to get into a wide squat so that your feet are pointing out about 45 degrees away from the knee, everything straight. We're going to get down into that sumo squat position, and we're going to hold for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're going to come back up. We're going to go back down 5 seconds again. So we're doing this 10 times. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, you can lean over to one side. 5 seconds, lean over to the other, 5 seconds, come back up. So that'll be really great if you can't do the circuit. But otherwise, just as a warm-up, getting down, crouching down, flexing those inner thigh muscles, 5 seconds, jumping back up and back down. What's really great too about this exercise, if you want to make this more difficult, you can't lean to either side. You can also bounce a bit using those inner thigh muscles, and you'll really feel that workout as well. So we're just doing 10 here. Got about 3 more to go on my end. But again, just really trying to push out those knees, really hold that position inside the inner thigh. You're really going to feel that burn, especially doing those leans to either side. You're really going to feel that workout. Again, if anybody would like to join us live for these workouts, or you have something to say, something to share, please let us know on either Facebook comments or Instagram comments, and we'll be sure to hopefully hit you up. So be good times. So now we're going to be doing a elevated single leg plank. So this is a very good workout for the inner thigh muscles. So you're going to need something that is elevated. For me, I'll be using my couch. So keeping one leg completely rested, we're going to be stretching out our body so that it looks like a full plank, side plank. And we're going to be lifting up that body using just that thigh muscle. So we're going to do 30 seconds each side. Again, really try to even out that body as best as you can to that thigh. I'm using some extra ankle weights. Whew. Just makes it a little bit more difficult on the inner thigh. So what's really good about this workout is it's essentially a plank for your inner thigh muscle. So holding up your body with the thigh, whew, 30 seconds each side. You're really going to feel it. 10 more seconds left for me. So when we switch sides, same thing, keeping that one leg elevated, the other on the floor or lifted. Of course, holding up that leg will make it a little bit difficult using that leg as weight. So really trying to hold that body up. "30 seconds. Whew. So a pretty good inner thigh plank. So of course, it's a new one. Just sort of threw that up today. So I hope everybody enjoys that. And it should do good stuff for that inner thigh muscle. So the adductors. After that, we're going to be doing some crossed leg swings. So starting with our feet crossed, right foot over the left, however you want to do it. Bring that leg over to the side, lifting it, cross back over, lifting it, cross back over. So just by starting in that cross position, it's uncomfortable for the thigh, so it has to work to lift that foot up to the side, just like so. Of course, adding those weights or a resistance band like Brian is doing is really going to add to that workout. Ideally, you're keeping that leg off of the floor, taking your time with it, 10 times each side. So we should be able to get through these pretty quickly. When we switch sides, same thing, crossing that leg over, bringing that up to the side. So again, a pretty good beginner abductor adduction workout. Just keeping it like this. Great work for that inner thigh and our hip flexors. So, if you have had some hip injury in the past, and of course it's recommended by a doctor to do some hip exercises, some of these are great for that purpose as well. And yeah, so our last abductor exercise in the warm-up. So again, if you find that the actual workout is too difficult, please do the warm-up several times over. It's really great for a beginner workout. And this last exercise is called peekaboos. So we're going to be raising our legs up from the floor, opening them, pulling the head through, back down, same thing. So each time we're going to be resting, lifting the legs, opening, peek through, close, lower the legs, repeat. So I won't do it this way. It'll look a little weird, but I'll do it from the side. So from the side, lifting those legs up again, resistance bands and weights make it very difficult, so look out for that. Opening, pull through, close, lower. It looks weird, but it's a great workout for the inner thigh and outer thigh muscles. It's a 2-in-1 workout. Just trust me. So lifting those legs up, just above the hips, open, sit up, close, back down. 10 times. So of course, this is going to be great for the core as well. So hopefully we're not too toasted from Wednesday. So really good workout for the thighs and for the abdominal muscles. Whew. So of course, if you don't want to do that lower abdominal workout with it, you can just open and close your legs with or without the pull through, depending on you. But it's a great workout for all of the muscles involved, including that core as well. Whew. So after
I picked like 10 different things in my room. Definitely need a bigger space to do that.
Yeah, definitely with the wide legs, yeah. But certainly a great workout again. So I know it looks a little strange, but certainly great. Certainly we'll feel that in the thighs and the abdominal muscles. So we've gotten through our warm-up. So again, if it's too difficult to do the circuit following that workout, please do that over and over. That'll be really great just as a beginner workout. So if you're not into fitness that much, or again with those rehabilitation issues, great stuff for that. So now we're going to do our circuit. So this is kind of focused just a little bit more on some fast movements. So our first exercise is going to be some prayer squats. Now, essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into that prayer squat position. So your elbows should be able to fit on the inside of your thighs. So think more or less the sumo squat. And you're going to lean to one side, lean to the other, lean to one side, and lean to the other. We're going to do that 20 times. Now, this is going to be good for building up that knee strength, building up that ankle flexor strength. And of course, it's just going to be great for our inner thighs. So getting into that prayer position, leaning to that one side, leaning to that other side. Again, 20 times, so 10 each side. Keeping that back straight. I'm slightly lifting my butt in the air as I come down on each side. Just makes it a little bit more difficult. But all in all, a really great glute and, of course, thigh workout. So you don't necessarily have to keep your hands prayer, just as long as you're going to that one side to the other. And after 10, we're going to be moving into those abductor leg raises. So ideally, you should be able to do 1.5 times as many inside leg exercises as you can do on the outside. That's just a random fitness fact. I don't know if that's useful to anybody. But essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting one leg bridging over, creating leverage, laying down on our sides, again, striking that model pose, lifting with our inner thigh, that leg up, back down. So these are called abduction leg lifts, or adductor leg lifts. And essentially doing 10 on each side. So it's really good just for that inner thigh muscle, lifting that leg up. Again, it's a very almost foreign use of that inner thigh muscle, which is why it makes it such a great workout for the adductors. After 10, we're going to be moving 10 on both sides. We're going to be getting into we're going to get into some side leg raises with some kickback. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. So back into that model pose, we're now going to be working on the abductor muscles. So we're going to be lifting to the outside. So lifting up as high as you can, bending that leg back, kicking it back up, back down. So up, bend, kick, back. So it's going to be really good just for control in those muscles, as well as that lift and negative press as we come down, negative lift, back, up. So you're really going to feel it. And again, if you're not using weights or you find that it's just too easy, period, I really welcome you to, of course, increase the reps that you're doing. So if you see us doing 20 with weights and it's too easy for you without weights, please do increase that, maybe double it, whatever you have to do. So finishing up here, again, 10 on both sides. Switching over. And again, same thing, bringing that heel back to the butt. And again, keeping that leg straight up, straight down. Really great for control in those muscles. So after those side leg lifts, we're going to move into our final exercise. Yeah.
For that exercise, do you want to have your feet pointed or flexed? Do you know which one is harder, easier?
Well, I would go both between, because I think that when you're flexing the toes up, you're really only moving the calf muscle. So if you want to have like a better calf exercise, you could flex those toes up and come up, and then on the way back down, flex it forward.
Okay.
Great workout for the calves, but it'll be hard. So into the final exercise, we're going to be doing some fire hydrants. So we're going to get on that, I guess, all knees, all fours position. And we're going to be lifting that leg up to the side. Again, keeping everything square, slight curve into that spine and lower back. Straight up and straight down. So again, just coming straight to the side, back down. And so we're going to want to do these 10 on each side or 20 total. Again, really squaring those hips, trying to really focus on the outside thigh, both on the decline and on the lift. So again, just until you get 20 on both sides, or total 10 on each side. And then we're going to take that rest. So 30-second rest usually is what we do. Depending on what you need, though. You can take a longer or shorter rest. Generally speaking, I recommend a longer rest, but if you're short on time, totally run through it.
How is the Instagram going?
So far, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can barely see it where it's at, but yeah.
The angles look good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Scott. My friend Scott was on. Come hang out with us on Instagram and Facebook now. Yay.
I hope that people on Instagram can hear the Zoom. I hope that's carrying over. But whew. Anyways, to get back into this workout, getting back into those prayer squats. So leaning to one and the other side. We're going to try to get through these a little bit quicker. So once everybody's ready, just going to get into that low squat. And again, leading to one side, the other, one side, and the other. So just doing 20 here, 10 on each side. Once we're done, again, getting into those abduction leg raises or adduction leg raises. Keep mixing them up. But essentially just lifting from the inner thigh upwards, 10 on each side. Switching sides after 10, or however many you would like to do. I would recommend 20 without weights. Ooh. To me, it's always a little strange working out the thighs because you never really feel it until the near end, and then it just burns. So now we're going to be doing those side leg raises and kickbacks and finishing with those fire hydrants. So, of course, laying down the side, leg up, back, up. And again, if you would like to get that calf muscle going, toes pointed up, back, up, and then pointed down on the decline, flexing it back up, toes pointed down, going down, and so on. That'll add just that little bit to the calves. Again, 10 on each side, 20 maybe without weight. Whew. Of course, when you switch sides, whew. Again, same thing, toes pointed, and then down. So again, really starting to feel that now on that outside thigh. So again, just going until 10 on each side. Now, once we're done getting into those fire hydrants, for myself, I think that just adds a little bit more difficulty, is bringing that knee just a little bit forward, then up, and back down to the side. So I do a little knee lift just with my core to lift that leg up. Just adds more of that focus on that outer thigh.
Ryan, where do you put your resistance band for? I'm a little scared mine is gonna like rip or something. But we'll try it. I've got like a very thin one.
Oh, for the for the fire hydrants, like it's the only place you really can.
Yeah.
If it's above the knee, it's just gonna go as soon as you lift your leg. And I didn't want to put it too too low on the ankles just because I don't want that stress on the knee from the heels being pulled in.
Yeah. Whew. And so once we're once we're finished with that exercise, taking that break. So for this part of the circuit, we're doing 5. So we have 3 more to go through, and then we're going to be finished this circuit. I recommend for the warm up, again, if you're maybe a beginner, newcomer to fitness, or what have you, I would recommend doing that warm up maybe 4 times instead of 5. But this circuit I would do by 5, just because it's really good for the thigh muscles, which is our focus for today. Whew. I think it's definitely the calf focus days and the hip focus days that are really intense. Just for some reason, I guess it's because usually we're not focusing directly on them a whole day. So it's definitely really interesting. So
they're all some of the most focused workouts that we do, though. You know, like a lot of them are a little bit more general and work a lot of different spots, but like these hip and calf and thigh ones, like they're very, very specific.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Anyways, yeah, so getting back into that extra workout. So the third one, sumo position, again, going from both sides to the other. Now again, lifting that butt in the air just a little bit, bring it to each side is really great for the glutes as well if you want that extra glute workout. And again, just until you have 20 on each side. Now getting into those abduction, adduction, leg raises. And again, 10 on each side. Now, of course, you really want to create that leverage with that oppositional foot. So even going on your tippy toes if you have to, just to clear that space in between the knee and the thigh. After that, getting into those side kickbacks. So lifting up, kicking back, and back down. Whew. Really starting to feel these, especially on that outside thigh. Certainly a really great workout. A lot of Pilates stuff in here. All Pilates, actually. So again, 10 or more, depending on whether or not using weights, if it's too easy or too hard. Whew. Again, into those fire hydrants.
I can already tell I'm going to have a very uncomfortable weekend.
Yeah, this is the scariest part of Halloween. Burning those thighs. Whew. Whew. So after those fire hydrants, taking that rest. Gotta say, these ankle weights are definitely doing their job. Oh. Definitely gonna need a big meal after this. Whew. Whew. So hope everyone's doing good. Hope that these exercises are ideal and what you're looking for. So again, we always do variants. So when it comes to legs, glutes, hamstrings, quads, calves, of course, and specific ankle and knee workouts, we always have those going on in cycles. So of course, check those out on Facebook. Should be archived in the video playlists. So a lot of good stuff there, just if you like what you see. Whew. If everybody's ready, I'm gonna get back into those prayer squats or palms together squats. Really, it's just to describe the space you need between your thighs or about to get that good workout from both sides to the other. But it could also be like a spider or a lunging squat. I've seen a couple names out there. A lot of interesting names when it comes to fitness exercises. It always makes you wonder, like, what were these people thinking? Especially the handcuff drill one. That one blows my mind. Now getting into those adduction leg lifts, lifting with that inner thigh, 10 on each side. Switching sides after 10. So again, really looking for 20 total, more if you're not using weights. And of course, you find it easy enough. Whew. After those, doing those side leg lifts with kickback. To the side, back, down, just like so. Whew. So again, lifting that leg up, kicking back, back down. Whew. Certainly no joke. Can really feel that in the hips as well, just on that side, on that pelvic, on the pelvic muscle, bone. Whew. Whew. After you've done 10 on either side or more, depending on what you need, getting into those fire hydrants. Whew. So it's hard to believe we got one more set after this. Just all on the hips too. So of course, 10 on each side. Ten to 20 each side.
I feel like half the workout is me just like flipping over side to side.
Yeah, you know, really not, you know, never expecting it, never expecting it from the thighs to be such an intense workout. Like I'm sweating all the way through. But we only have one more to go. Then we'll get into our cool down. So again, should be pretty good. Again, very focused in yoga. I'm finding that the more and more leg exercises that we come to, the more and more Pilates is starting to play into these leg workouts, especially with the hips and flexors. But yeah, if everybody's ready, we're gonna get into that last workout again. You know, if you need a longer rest, take a longer rest, but just for time's sake, you know. So again, into those prayer squats, go as wide as you can. That's comfortable for you. And going back and forth. Whew. Now into those adduction leg lifts. Sorry, there's a lot of construction going on again and still forever, you know, Toronto life. They're actually doing me a huge service because my staircase is almost unwalkable at this point, so you know, can't knock them. Once we're finished, you know, going to be getting into those side with kickbacks, then into those fire hydrants. Whew. Switching sides after 10 or 20. Again, always depending on where you're at. Whew.
I'm feeling like a Posh Spice or Victoria Beckham, you know, when she does that kick in the heeled boots. Niche internet meme.
All right, so now into that last exercise, fire hydrants. if anybody is wondering about resistance bands, stuff like that, at least on Instagram side, totally check out the Facebook video then, as we have Brian and Paige both using resistance bands. I'm using those ankle weights. So a lot of that setup is in there. If you would just like to look with resistance bands and safety, good place to look. And again, just 10 on each side of these fire hydrants. Again, you want to really try to keep those hips square. Try to focus on that outer thigh muscle and the glutes as well.
I think our next TIA workout will have to be Brian teaches boxing with dogs.
Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, maybe we could have like a pet plus owner workout, you know? If you could pick up your dog, you'd probably squat with Kulu.
If I picked up Kulu, she would explode like a cracked egg. Like she would be so terrified and shocked. She just, I just tossed her toy and she kicked over a kettlebell, and you'd swear that she just like, you know, broken a window on the house. She was like, ah.
Okay, so we've gotten through our workout. Whew, so really good stuff. Again, we had a huge focus on those adductors and abductors. So again, the outer thigh and the inner thigh. Whew. Again, we mostly use resistance bands and those ankle weights, so that's really great. Pretty solid workout with you know, very little to no equipment. But now we're going to get into that cool down. So the first thing that we're going to do is a essentially it's a groin stretch or a bent knee lunge stretch. So technically it's just a groin stretch, but we're going to be getting into a 90-degree bend in both knees. So again, just a bent knee lunge, bending down one knee, keeping everything square. We're going to be putting our arm on the inner side of our thigh. And instead of doing that world's greatest stretch where we're really opening up the chest and the back, we're actually just pushing on that inner thigh, really stretching out that inner thigh muscle. So rotating that spine if you can, stretching out that inner thigh. If you need more leverage, of course, you can certainly just pull that inner thigh out. And again, 30 seconds each side. Ten more seconds for me. People might have started earlier, but 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I slipped off my knee there at the end because of the sweat. I'll count this one out just so that's a little bit easier. Again, knee to that thigh, really pushing that thigh out. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, whew, again, just good at rotating those hips out. So again, just to show a little bit more sort of what I did is it's really about pushing that knee to the side. So again, as you can see, really rotating that outward, opening up that thigh. But if any of those things worked, that's good. So just a quick one on both of the inner thighs. An easier one for the inner thigh, which would be quite quick, is just to do that butterfly stretch. So sitting down, we're gonna push our knees, our elbows into our knees, and just really lower those knees to the ground, stretching out those inner thigh muscles. 30 seconds again, so 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, stretching those out. I don't know if me counting it out loud is just either annoying or helpful. I hope it's helpful. But so our basically our second last cool down is going to be those a leaning C stretch, except we're going to cross our legs. So just show everybody briefly. I know that my descriptions are a little maybe dedicated to me as someone like myself. So crossing those legs, and we're going to be leaning over again. So how can I show this with this current setup here? So essentially, remembering that my legs are crossed, I'm going to be leaning over into that C stretch. Legs are crossed, leaning over. So if you're on Facebook, you can see from Brian and Paige's end, and their legs are crossed, leaning over, 30 seconds one side. Whew. Balancing might be a little bit difficult, but you're really going to feel that in the thigh. So about 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So might be just important to say I'm trying to keep my hips square, crossing that leg over, really trying to then twist back against that twist. So trying to keep it square even though your legs are crossed, and trying to twist you the other way, then doing that stretch. So again, pushing the inner thighs together. Of course, just as a safety precaution, just watch out how you put your thighs together, of course, as you come over to the side.
30 seconds is hard for me because I forget to breathe. And I'm also kind of cheating using the wall. So
I was going to ask if it matters which foot is in front of the other.
No, it doesn't. If you're generally, what I do is if my right leg is crossing over first, I then go left, just because I find that I'm then pushing my hip into that thigh, which adds to the stretch. If my left is over my right, then of course I'm leaning left, trying to push into that left thigh. But you can certainly try both. If one works better for the other. Whew. It's just awkward now, just watching you guys stretch. So, of course, if that lean might be too difficult, you can really just try to cross those legs and go as far as you can in crossing your legs, and you will get that thigh stretch as well. That just might be a little bit more difficult if you have leg injuries, things like that. So pick one or the other depending on where you're at. Last one should be pretty good, pretty easy as well. We're just going to be not laying down, but sitting with our legs straight. We're just going to be crossing one leg over, like we're going to be doing those adductor leg raises. I forgot to lower my camera, Sorry, it's just I'm focused on the Instagram one now. So, all right, now sitting down, feet straight up, crossing one leg over, turning the opposite way. So of course, similar to what we've done for that groin stretch, it's really about pushing that knee, not so much about the spine, but really about pushing that knee over So for me personally, I'm feeling it in the hip as well as in the glute. Whew. So just 30 seconds each side. Of course, you can be shorter or longer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching over, and same thing, pushing into that thigh. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So really good job in that workout today. That was our last cool down exercise. Of course, if you feel like you need more, there are certainly lots out there. You know, even just that butterfly or that reverse L stretch is really great for that inner outer thigh. Just those two variants by themselves. Whew. So yeah.
I feel like we really should have tested your ability to count backwards from 30 in your hiring interview, but I'm glad it worked out.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's yeah, I was noticing, I was like, oh man, you know, 30 is a lot to just be talking out loud at people. And I know some people are just gonna be like, you know, shut up, dude. Like, I just want to do this by myself, man. You know? So I hope people got maybe on track with that. I don't know. Hopefully that helped them out. You know, totally mute me, you know. Yeah, thank you again for Brian and Paige for jumping in on this workout for me. That was great. Thank you all for on Instagram, of course, newly for joining us today. People on Facebook, of course, as well. Sport Canada, Canadian Heritage, funding a YouTube. And yeah, again, if you want to join us for one of these live workouts, please let us know. We could do it either on Facebook through Zoom or Instagram if you'd like to share it. We totally do that. So yeah. Take care, everybody, and I will see everybody Monday. And don't forget Paige's spooky reading for Halloween. It's coming up Saturday, so totally be there. We'll be sharing it, I'm sure, throughout the day. And yeah. Oh, there it is. Yes. Yes. There you go. So yeah, everybody, please look out for that. And I'll be back Monday if I don't see you guys Saturday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.